What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. The other day I made a video discussing Lonzo Ball leaving the great Kobe Bean Bryant off of his basketball Mount Rushmore, right? Lonzo left Kobe off of his Mount Rushmore, and he gave his reasonings for it, whatever, right? I discussed, him and his reasonings and all of that. But I also gave years that I believe that Kobe Bean Bryant was the best player in the NBA. Then I asked people, when do you believe Kobe was the best player in the league? And I got a few responses, and then I saw another individual under the comments, one of my other subscribers say, since Kobe's passing, people have put him in conversations he was not once in. And I believe that to be true, right? This is what happens when people pass away in tragic fashion. The amount of empathy that we feel for that person, and I guess what's the word I'm looking for? It's the certain feeling that we feel. We feel so saddened by that person's passing because it's not a death of natural causes. It's something gruesome, horrific, that we start to elevate them due to, I guess, certain feelings that we have about their passing at times. And then the connection that we have to them in our childhood, etc., and all of that. And we elevate those individuals. It happens with rappers, actors, actresses, athletes, all of the above. Now, I'm not saying Kobe was not a legendary player. He was a legendary player, an iconic player, a pantheon great player without question. But since his passing, you have people who are changing the narrative around him during times when I know that was not the narrative around him at all. I remember a time in Kobe Bryant's career. First of all, I saw one brother, and I'm not trying to denigrate the brother. So let me just say that I'm not trying to denigrate you because you comment. I appreciated the comment, the view, all of that. One brother said that Kobe was the best player from 2001 to 2010. From 01 to 2010, he says Kobe Bean Bryant was the best player in the NBA. Y'all, I've been watching basketball, and I've known exactly what I was watching since I was 7 years old. And when I made 7, this was the year 2000, okay? The beginning of the three-peat of Kobe Bean Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal in the LA Lakers. I remember conversations that my uncles, my cousins, and again, I watched basketball so closely because my cousin became a Division I basketball player in West Virginia, and I was always going to his games. He taught me the rules of the game. Him, my father, my uncles, all of them, right? I remember my uncles and cousins and my dad's friends and my barber at the barber shop. All of these individuals was having these discussions around the LA Lakers. Nobody from 2000 to 2002 felt that Bean was the best player on the LA Lakers. Nobody did. Okay? Shaquille O'Neal was the best player on that squad. And I know some of y'all gonna go pull up numbers. Let me just tell y'all this. A person can average, it was times where LeBron James won league MVP, or he was looked at as the best player in the league. And guys had scoring averages that were close to his, or sometimes even better. But nobody thought they were better players than LeBron James, right? So if you say, oh, Kobe was averaging 1 point or 2 points or 3 points under Shaq during that time period. No, that may have been true, but nobody thought that he was a better player than Shaquille O'Neal from 2000 to 2002. Hell, 2003, they didn't think it. Now, when 04 came, that's when people say, oh, being better than Shaq now, right? That's when people started to feel that. But 2000 to 2002, you're not going to tell me Kobe was better than Shaquille O'Neal at all. I watched it with my own 2 eyes. No. Okay? So him saying Kobe was the best player in the league from 2001 to 2010 is false. Kobe was not better than Tim Duncan during 2001, 2002, or 2003. And he averaged more points than Tim. But again, there were years when LeBron James was the best player in the NBA and dudes averaged more points than him. James Harden, all of that. At no point did I ever think James Harden was a better basketball player than LeBron James. At all. At all. Nobody else thought that either. Even with James scoring all them points, all of that, nobody thought he was better than LeBron. He was averaging 36. 35, 34, 33, all of that. LeBron wasn't averaging that, and nobody thought he was better than LeBron James. Okay? So, I say that to say, yeah, during 02, 03, Kobe was averaging more points than Tim, but Tim was the better defender. Even with the first team, all defense selections Kobe had, Tim was the better defender, and he was the better player, for sure. I believe Kobe Bean Bryant became the best player in the league. I want to say maybe around 05 to like maybe 09, somewhere around that time. 05 to 09, he was the best player. But to say Kobe was the best player for 9 years, no. No, that was not a thing. And I think since Kobe's passing, people have tried to act like Kobe was the better player than Shaq during that three-peat. Y'all have got to stop. I was watching basketball. Nobody thought that. I didn't start watching basketball when LeBron came into the league. Like, I remember watching AI go up against the David and the Goliaths of the LA Lakers. I remember Allen Iverson against them in the finals. I remember that. I remember him stepping over Tyronn Lue. I watched that live. You feel me? So, no, that's not the thing. That's not the case. Also, you have people saying Kobe is the second greatest basketball player behind Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I believe these conversations were happening during Kobe's time alive. But I believe those conversations started to happen for two reasons. One, you had people that wanted to put room between LeBron James and Michael Jordan, so they put Kobe in the middle, right, as the buffer between those two individuals. Then you had other people that felt like since Kobe had a similar playing style to Michael Jordan, that he was the second best behind him, which is not true. Kobe, again, a Pantheon great, all-time great player. How can I put a guy... First of all, just because they have the same playing style does not mean they are the same player. They had similar playing style. Michael Jordan was much more effective. Much more. Much more dominant. Much more. Championship rings included. If you want to do the rings debate, I will ask you how many NBA Finals MVPs does Michael Jordan have? How many does Kobe Bean Bryant have? Kobe has 2 Finals MVPs because Big Diesel was holding it down. All 3 of them first chips, he was the best player on the team. Michael Jordan is the NBA Finals MVP in all 6 of his championships. Michael Jordan has 5 league MVPs. Bean has 1. And if you want to give him the one when Steve Nash won, if you want to give him the one when Steve Nash won, okay, that's 2 to Mike's 5. Right? So, no, Mike was much more efficient than Kobe as a scorer on all levels. He was a better scorer than Kobe. Okay? So, that is okay, that says it all right there, right? But yeah, so to say Kobe is the second best player, I don't agree with that at all. One, do you have LA Laker fans that don't believe that Kobe is the best LA Laker to ever play? A lot of Laker fans will tell you that Irvin Magic Johnson was the better player than Kobe Bean Bryant. Magic Johnson has 3 league MVPs. Kobe has 1. Magic Johnson has 3 finals MVPs. Kobe has 2, right? Now, they got the same amount of championships. Same amount. Magic and Kobe. And because y'all say, hey, LeBron playing all them years don't count. Hey, Magic Johnson did his stuff in less years. You feel me? Because all you can say Kobe has over Magic really is the longevity. They're going to say that. If you want to make that argument. If you want to make the longevity argument, whatever. But yeah. So when you say he's the second best player behind Michael Jordan, Kobe is not even the best player at his position. Michael Jeffrey Jordan is. Kobe is the number 2, but he's the second best shooting guard of all time. So I can't put him right behind Michael Jordan when you have guys who are better at their position and all and more dominant at their position. Like, listen, man, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the modern era is, you can look as the best center we've seen in the modern era for real. I'm not talking about Bill Russell now. I'm talking about modern era with all these teams in the league. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Cap got 6 championships. How many damn league MVPs Cap got? I should have wrote it down. I think Cap got like 5 league MVPs or something. You feel me? So like, come on, dog. Come on. He got 6 championships, man. He was a leading scorer before LeBron James called him. Had an unstoppable move. An unstoppable move, man. Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard to ever play the game. So let me say y'all my Mount Rushmore, because especially Mount Rushmore, 4 best players to ever do it. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson. If you want to pick Kareem above LeBron, I have no problem with it at all. But yeah, like, how can I put Kobe above those dudes when he wasn't the best at his position? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that. Now, if you got Kobe 5, 6, 7, I have no problem with it. I be trying to see where I'm gonna put him between 5 and 6. I be trying to between 5 and 7. Where can I put him? But again, I think narratives have changed around him since his passing. You know what I mean? Like, you have people acting like certain things I've said this before, and people say I'm hating, but you have the legend around him changing now. No, he never had any bad moments. He's had bad moments. He's had not so good final performances. Well, one in particular, when Tayshaun Prince had him in solitary confinement. You feel me? Against the Pistons, because Tayshaun Prince played hellacious defense against Kobe during that time period, right? And all players have bad moments. Majority of them do, right? They have bad moments and lulls. In certain points in their career where they weren't their best, they wish they probably could have done certain things over, right? But since Kobe's passing, you have people acting like he was this perfect basketball player. It was a time at the beginning of his career, people were calling him a ball hog. Kobe was not beloved in LA in his first tenure. During that Shaq tenure. Shaq was the more beloved player. In fact, when him and Shaq got split up, LA they took Shaq's side. They was riding with Big D, so they wasn't riding with Kobe until Kobe brought them championship after Shaq left, but they wasn't riding with Kobe initially. They didn't really rock with him like that. And they got split up in the first place. Now this is another narrative that changes. Now people act like, the reason why Shaq and Kobe split up is because Shaq couldn't stay healthy and Kobe wanted him to stay in shape and Shaq was too lazy. No, the reason they got split up is because Kobe told on Shaq cheating on Shawnee O'Neal. He told that to the police. It got sent around. It got public. It went public when Kobe told on Shaq messing with other women when he was getting interrogated for that Colorado incident. Shaq found out and he wanted to strangle Kobe. So they say, you know what? At that point during that last season, Kobe was becoming the best. He was the best player on the Lakers. Eventually became the best player on the Lakers. And he was younger. He like 6 years younger than Kobe is 6 years younger than Shaq. So they went with the younger guy who had a higher ceiling. He had, potential for a longer career. They could get more out of him than they could Big Diesel. So they say, okay, we're going to ship you off, Shaq, because we know y'all going to fight about this situation. He telling on you, cheating on your wife, is going to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, like a lot of these narratives have changed. I'm like, no. It was a point where Kobe did not have the best IQ. He shot a lot of terrible shots at times. Now, he's the second greatest difficult shot maker I've ever seen behind Stephen Curry. But he shot a lot of bad shots and he would shoot them out of games a lot of times. And Phil Jackson would have to pull the reins on Kobe a lot. And he even talked about it in his book, Phil Jackson did. So y'all changed the narrative now that he's